Good morning, Minister Gonzalo Talavera. Thank you so much for accepting our interview.
Well, China is more than a country, it's a civilization. And like Peru has a millenary culture, it's cradle of a civilization. We have had diplomatic relations with China almost 55 years. Next year we are having our anniversary. We have our diplomatic relations are based in mutual respect, in political trust, and economic complementarity. But as what I wanted to explain is that we have like two sectors, the traditional one and the modern one. The modern one is more focused on fresh fruits, like avocado, blueberries, that we are exporting a lot to China, to Europe, to the US. And we are proud of both because we have an ancient tradition in agriculture, and at the same time we are leading the production of food in the world because we are exporting a lot of food. And in the future, with the cooperation of China, probably we are going to expand the agricultural frontier, and we are going to be able to produce more fresh fruits. Peru has a privileged position in the planet, and especially for agriculture, because basically you can divide Peru in three areas, even though we are a mega diverse country. But we have a coast that is 2,500 kilometers long, that is looking at the Pacific Ocean to China. And on the other side, there is the Andean mountains that are very high. And in this coast that is 2,500 kilometers, it doesn't rain. So people usually think that that's bad for agriculture. But if you irrigate those terrains, and you can control when to put water to the plants. So as we are very near to the equatorial line, the temperature doesn't change too much. So we can choose when to produce fresh fruits. For example, we know that Chinese people like to eat grapes in February for New Year's celebrations. So we can put water 6-8 weeks before to produce fresh grapes for that occasion. Same with avocados, same with other fruits like blueberries. This year we have been quite active. Actually, in July we had the visit of the Ministry of Agriculture from Peru in China. He had meetings with the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Affairs of China, with the General Administration of Customs from China, with the Ministry of Water Resources from China. And in each of those meetings we have agreed kind of working plans to strengthen and deepen the collaboration between Peru and China, especially in the fields of transfer of technology, and China has very good equipment for agriculture that we need, so we are very interested in buying those kind of equipment. We are in a very good moment in the diplomatic relations with China, and that affects obviously all the fields, including the cooperation in agriculture. Basically what we want from China is that they look at us and help us to develop the irrigation projects that we have in Peru. So we are working quite hard to invite public and private Chinese companies that has the experience of building infrastructure in irrigation. And we aspire to have next year our first government-to-government agreement, so we can work with a Chinese company for a big irrigation project in Peru. But this 2,500 kilometers long coast, that is like a natural greenhouse, has 53 rivers that crosses it, and that water is going to the Pacific Ocean. So what we want to do is to work that water so we can keep it, process it, and use it in agriculture, for urban life, and extend the agricultural lands of my country.